Hey guys, Bob here. No, it's not Bob. It's still Dave. Hey, I hope everybody had a great Christmas. Um, Unfortunately, everybody I know is coming down with the freaking creeping crud um, and on the verge of death. Uh, so I hope everyone gets well soon. Um, right now, I'm on a course of antibiotics myself, but I got the weekend off. I work on Monday, then I get 2 days off, and I need that time to recuperate. But what I've been doing in the meantime is I started on the new, and we also got the contest up and running over at PlaymoCon. It's playmocon.com. I'll put a link down below. Also, if you want to show support, you can copy and put our banner in your signatures on the forums and stuff like that. Any support would be great. If you have something you want to donate to it, that's even better. I'm hoping to have, I know we have enough prizes for approximately about 30 people. And those will be distributed throughout the whole time of the contest, which will run from December 26th through March 31st. So 3 months, plenty of time to do anything that you want. This is more of just a community thing to get people together, see people's different styles and everything. If you want to modify yours, fine. If not, straight out of the box, decaled, so forth, whatever you feel like is perfect. Now, what I'm doing, because you know me and I'm crazy, but by the way, New Year's resolution, I've made it with a couple of friends, kind of made a list of what the goals are for 2013. And one of my goals is to, besides the commissions that I have on the side, or including those I should say, to have 6 completed finished kits for 2013. Anything else is extra. So wish me luck on that. I know I have a bad habit of jumping around, and I apologize about that. Kind of, ADHD on that. But what I'm going to do is, instead of just straight up building on my new, what I'm going to do is, this is the base for it, and I'm not doing a work in progress of showing you guys how I normally do with the slideshow with all the parts and everything, because there have been a lot of great guys that have done that, and I'll leave that to them. So what I'm going to do with is the battery pack that I'm planning on doing, which this will actually get broken down. Really simple to do. And I'm just going to knock out some of these. I'm going to mount the battery pack up underneath here. The wire is going to get run up in through the base, up through the spine of it. What I'm wanting to do is on having the funnels on the back, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the extra set of funnels to have a set on his back and then a full set out on here, but I'm at least doing the ones out on here. I'm going to attempt to light this bad boy up, and by doing so, I want to get the effect that these are firing off. So what I'm doing is kind of a, hey, let's paint, modify series on this. We'll see how that goes. If you're part of the Facebook group, I'm constantly updating stupid little pictures, asking for opinions, things like that. But on these, on the fin funnels here, I have to agree with everybody. They are really floppy. I don't like them like that. And since these, I do not plan on playing with it, you know, taking it from the backpack, putting it on the rack. I'm going to end up putting these just on the back, or on the stand. I'm planning on putting, if you can see it here, see if it'll zoom in here. I'm going to drill out all of these in here. There's going to be a light behind here. Hopefully, if I can pull it off, one light will both light up this, and also have light coming out back here for the propulsion system. These, I have never quite figured out. I know that they're supposed to, I mean, it looks like they're supposed to attach to something, but I'm not for sure what. So I'm actually going to fill in those, because to me it just looks odd having it like that. On this, since these are not getting attached to the back, there's no point in these being here, because this is strictly for attaching to each other. So this is going to get filled up. On in here, I'm going to attempt something that I learned a long time ago with creating like monster drool, and I'm going to make notches in through here and everything, and there's going to be a light up on here and a light up on here. So essentially what we're going to have is, or what I want to achieve, sorry, I'm trying to, I'm wanting to achieve this effect. And by doing so, I was playing around the other day. You know, I end up watching the Playmo videos in Japanese, and you end up, you know, seeing a lot of little techniques and things like that, and going, what in the world is that? I'm not going to fully flip this over, and you'll find out why in a second. I did some testing, and what I've got here is I've got two jars. One has 15 milliliters of plastic weld, which is this one, and the other one has 15 milliliters of the Tester's plastic glue, plastic cement. And what I wanted to try and achieve was having the jar, putting in sprues. Now on this one I used tan, the tan ones from my Zaku cannon, the leftover sprues. And what I ended up getting, now this was the result with, and I may have put too much sprue in there, so that may be completely my fault. But I ended up more of a clumpy factor when trying to put it on. With the Testers, it went on, I don't even know if you can see it. This is why I like the tan color, because it's not really harsh, but you can see it when you're working with it. It went on real smooth, and this is actually the effect after it's been sanded and everything right here on the horn. The pieces are together perfectly. It fills the seams. There's no blemishes. There's no anything. It came out perfect. So in my opinion, whether I completely screwed it up using the Plastruct and just put too much sprue in there, but don't get me wrong, that's going to work out great for texture effects if you're trying to do like mud or so forth on the feet of your kit. If you're doing it in diorama, you can sponge it on, use a brush, kind of dapple it on, let it dry, and then or you can sprinkle flocking on it while it's still wet. It's going to work out perfect for that. It'll work out actually better than using an epoxy or anything, because it is it is the styrene, the same styrene as your kit, so it's going to actually adhere to the plastic itself, so it's never coming off. If you screw up, you can just sand it down, done, start over, whatever. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up a batch of that, and I have a jar cleaning around here. I'm going to mix up some of the tester's glue, and I'm going to hunt down all the clear sprue that I have. And what I'm wanting to do is, like I said, I'll use one of these. Make out notches. I'm going to cut out a majority of this because it does not need to be here, nor does this. And so I'm going to do holes in through here. I think I'm going to do, maybe I have plenty of clear styrene sheets. That way if it goes horribly wrong, I'm not actually ruining these pieces. But I'm wanting to achieve that effect where it's got the ripple of light in here, and then it filters down to like a point in the center in between the funnels where it comes together, gets that lightning effect and everything. In my head, it looks great. And again, that's in theory. Another tip that I ended up finding out by accident, I would have tried it out, is on this guy. I got the chest together. Now on the instructions, it shows to take, and yes, I did use, because I haven't painted it yet, I did use some of the silver foils. But it shows taking the foils and sticking on the back sides of your green parts, and then snapping your green parts on. Something else you can do, if you're wanting, it actually looks better because the one side without glue is more reflective, is take and lay your silver part into the groove where the plastic's going to go, and then once it's adhered, all you have to do is, instead of putting, how do I put this? This side sticker should be glued to this green piece. Just take them, flip them, attach them to the plastic, not to the green piece. And you're going to get, if you're just looking for, it's not showing up real good on camera, I don't think, but if you're just looking for a good reflective, shiny out of it, that's going to give you a great effect. I keep catching it out of the corner of my eye, and it looks like a green jewel sitting there. Anyway, so that's it. I probably went a little bit longer than I wanted to, or if you guys wanted to see, but I'm going to finish cleaning these up, what needs to be cleaned up, and we're going to start disastering. So I will be updating posts and videos on my progress on doing that, and then we'll move on to the rest of the kit. I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.